I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it basketball. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew, ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew, yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, yeah.
Tonight, from CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, it's the NFC Wildcard Round on EA Sports. The Seattle Seahawks taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, as it's called, CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks.
The kickoff for Tampa Bay.
Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start by running the option to the right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Wilson on the keeper.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
He was taken down by...
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they meant it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Shotgun now for Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a gain of
first catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Working from the gun, it's Brady. A slant to Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He was brought down.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 3-yard line.
Brady going to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Brady's pass complete.
Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more,
to put it mildly.
Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Bradley Pinion, the kickoff for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard.
And here now the offense heading back out there. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion, every time, right? That 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something.
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 75 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well called, well blocked, and he just made a great play. As an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
And 10 yards to go.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And that will be incomplete as well.
Brady's pass intended for Scott Miller. Incomplete.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to them.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after one.
We're tied 7-7.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
The pass.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you've got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Brady's throw there complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
Brady's pass complete. A fumble on the play. Recovered by...
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. On first down, Carson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
This pass into the arms of Snead. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
A 3-yard loss.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend. As we now a hit and a loose football. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Brady,
7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Brady again. That is caught at the 7. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. DJ Chark, 27 yards. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up second down. To throw again, Wilson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Wilson. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So we come. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
17. Buccaneers.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say not get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing again on second down. Brady, and he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Brady now on first down. And Miller with it over the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They do go for it. It's Brady. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Brady to throw again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. DJ Chark, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 9, Wilson brought in left side by Snead. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Roughing the passer defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
This is Carson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And it'll move the chains. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Fletcher Cox breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. To try again after the sack. Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Wilson's pass incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Brady. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
At the 23-yard line.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A man coming off back-to-back 2,000-yard seasons. Here's Jonathan Taylor with it. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Brady to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. To throw is Brady. Miller on the catch over the middle. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
4th down.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Complete. He finds Brady. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
Tonight's final score.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.